Just before I start the video, I'd like to say thank you to all the people that have been subscribing to me recently. I've managed to surpass 900 subscribers, which has made me really, really happy. Can I ask you one small favor? Would you please consider dropping a subscription if you haven't already? I'm so close to 1,000 subs, and obviously that means I get more YouTube perks for my channel. That will help me make even better content for my channel subscribers. But yeah, thank you so much again, and let's get on with the video. Hello everyone, TooneySA here, back with another Dev Relic video, and today we are taking on the Dev Relic time of like 1 minute 57 something on Native Fortress. I've also got Garland the Great's time listed there because, just for show really, because if I beat Garland the Great's time, then I'm more than likely going to also beat the dev's time. There's only like a second in it. I really looked out last time I did this level. I beat Lewis in like 5 or 7 attempts, something like that, and this was like a level that everyone had warned me about being a super difficult one. So yeah, really, really happy to have got through Lewis that quickly. Now I need to try and get through these 2 times as well. You'll notice there's no Jack Tick time this time, and there's no Prosafia Gaming time this time either. That's because I've already got a better time than those guys, so I don't need to beat them again. But yeah, this is quite an infamous level for its cycles. It's pretty long. It's mainly the 3rd layer, I believe, that's going to cause me problems. Although saying that, I'm not even getting to the 3rd layer yet. It's already attempt number 4. Got a bit of turtle head. Shit. Supposed to get that. Yeah, that's a bad time already. Let's try one particular attempt where I'm not going for the Aku. I just want to see what the cycles look like if I just avoid it. Because I'm getting the Aku, but then I'm losing it anyway. So if I get to the certain point in the cycles, a line where I don't need the Aku, you might be able to make that if I'm a little bit faster. Kind of evens out though, because spending that time to get the Aku versus just like waiting doesn't really seem to... well, it seems to even out. Shit! Monkey Mahoney. Hitbox is quite high. I'm not sure how much waiting I did in the original attempt at this level. So there might be something in that. I may have actually just like waited a lot more than I've been doing. I've been kind of like trying to rush through everything. Sort of like in Rolling Stones where I was going for like this perfect kind of cycle. I don't think that's quite as applicable on this level, it feels like. I feel like I'm going to actually need to do a bit more waiting. Barely made it over that. It is nice to know that you can make it over the fires, though, with a little bit of luck. Oh, that's shit. What happens if we go up here and trigger the cycle? Maybe we can go up here, trigger things. I don't know if it will. See what happens now. Because if it's anything like Rolling Stones, you have to kind of get to a certain point through the level before things started triggering. I say that, it was like you had to move a few steps beyond the first roly-poly, and then things started triggering. Nope. That was the same. Okay, we're getting on to layer 2 at about the 30-second mark at the moment. Oh, I should have known. Maybe you can't make that. Okay, we got up here faster this time, I believe. By like 2 seconds. But then we've had to wait for that flame, which is a bit crap. Yes, we made it under there. Okay, that's made up for the slow flame cycle. Shit. Sometimes the spin extends far enough upwards, other times it doesn't. Shit, okay, it goes left, 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 and then to the right. Gonna have to remember that. And then also remember to keep hopping. So easy to forget. Except when you get there, don't hop there. We are very close to time. We're definitely going to miss out this time around. Yeah, not a particularly great run, all things considered. Especially with that ending. So it took almost twice as many attempts this time around to get to the end of the level. That's interesting. Actually made it through that cycle for a change. Not really sure how. But I'll take it. That could have ended badly. Lovely. Oh, that was going so well, that run. Oh, sugar. Could have kept that Aku for a much nicer spot to lose it on, to be honest. That's a bit of a shame. Oh, frig off. That's unfair. But yeah, I'm going to try maintaining the Aku here instead. And I'm going to just, like, use it in a little bit of a better spot. Because I don't really save all that much time when I use it there. Because I kind of get stuck on the dildo. So that I can't really move all that high. Oh, it seems to actually, yeah, maybe I don't got a choice. Maybe I lose it there, like, every time because of that. I guess this level, in one respect, then, is actually quite a predictable level. I'm not really seeing that much of an advantage of, like, triggering the cycles early. It's not like Rolling Stones, where some magic cycle is seemingly gonna materialize. Seems to be kind of consistently shit. Like, that one I got stopped by, but then I got a free pass on the next one. Bro! That was fucked up, man. What? Prick! Who'd have thought it? It's not actually the third layer that's causing me that many problems so far. It's actually the second layer. This is not a nice cycle of basically being stopped by everything. Oh, except there. It's weird, isn't it, this level? It really does kind of like even out as the level goes on. Stuff that you're going to get stopped by early on. Less so as you get further. Okay, sub 1 minute here. Only barely. Bang, bang, bang. To the right now. Okay. Now this part I've not really been up here enough to really figure out like where I can save time. There's a lot of cycles going on here. Ooh. That was shit. It's just if you can't like freaking see what's coming up ahead there, it's really hard for you to make a judgment call on whether it's safe or not to go. Because you don't know what that fire's going to do. And it will switch between cycles so damn rapidly that once you've committed, it's like, it's over. Unless you've got an Aku Aku, it's over. And even then, the Aku Aku half the time will get you killed anyway. Because the little bounce that the Aku will give you is not high enough for you to get to the next platform. Sure. It saved me a little bit of time, maybe, maybe not. Bro. Double bro. See what I mean? Once you've committed, that's it. I think I need to turn up the game volume, to be honest. Yeah, let's turn up the game volume. It's too quiet. Maybe part of my woes was the fact I could... Maybe part of my woes was the fact that I couldn't really hear the obstacles as they were coming. Fuck off. Even with the volume up, the fires are way too quiet. I feel like the fires were like way louder in the original. You could actually hear them coming. In this one, I can't hear shit until like I'm right next to them. Oh, I could have made that. Thought it was going to go off on me. Bit slower. We've been here 2 seconds faster. That's got to be a new low for this game. That's a new low. Killed by the sort of like, what, the side of the turtle somehow. Instead of landing on it, I went straight through it on the right-hand side there. Yeah. If you get hit by that first one, it's over. Because then you just mess up the next cycle anyway, making it a wasted Aku. This is probably the first level so far where I'm going to say it's not that fun to do a relic on. It's not like it's difficult because I have obviously done it before. But it's a little bit less fun to do quickly just because there's that many cycles. It was kind of like when I did Slippery Climb. The amount of cycles that you had to kind of be aware of in Slippery Climb, and you have to do a fuck ton of waiting in Slippery Climb. It just makes it less fun to do. This level's a little bit like that, where you have to do a fair amount of waiting. So far, I'm not really seeing a really consistent cycle where I can be like, oh yeah, this is a really good cycle. Like, compared to like Rolling Stones, where I was like, okay, I know there's a good cycle. I'm just not seeing it on this particular one. This one's been okay so far. It's not amazing. I've still had to do a fair amount of waiting, but I think I'm getting to the conclusion that you kind of just have to do a fair amount of waiting in this level. Chose the wrong time there to see what time my recording was on. Fuck. And that cost me. The only good thing I will say is I don't think that when I beat Lewis that I was going particularly fast. I think I was actually playing very, very safe. Can you fuck off? I keep sliding on that guy. And then, oh, I keep messing up that cycle as well. I can totally go through that. Or I keep messing it up from fear. Literally pulled myself out in 3D there just to make sure that I got that box. Right, I think it's the second set of fires I need to be careful of on this part. Oh, these ones. They were actually in a good spot for a change. Good job I waited for those. Lost a little bit of time with hesitation there. No! We would have beat him. We would have beat the time there, I reckon. I've not been up there enough to remember which way I was going on the boxes, which is how I messed up there. I probably should have, like, finished the run and taken note. Ooh, nice. Never mind. Just land on the fucking wood. It's all coming back to me now, that really, really dumb Looney Tunes swinging your arms around and falling in this really bizarre way. If I recall correctly, it was Stormy Ascent where that was just happening all the freaking time. Oh, finally. Unfortunately, we lost it on that cycle instead. It always comes back to roost. Always comes back to roost. There are no free gifts in Native Fortress. The chickens will always come back to roost. You get a gift early on in the level, you're going to get fucked over in the middle section. And vice versa. You might get fucked over by the dildos in the beginning, and then have a whale of a time in the middle. At least this will be quite a satisfying level to get through, once I've got the dev relic on it. That was supposed to be Rolling Stones, but I ended up beating Rolling Stones in like 7 attempts. Which is satisfying in its own way, but it was very, very unexpected. Okay, that's nice. I like it when I get that cycle. But that cunt! Right, please. We're just gonna spin that guy just to be safe, because he's been an absolute cockwomble. I've been letting him live for far too long. That was shit as well. Well, I guess, like I said earlier, the Hail Marys, like, that's gonna be one of those Hail Mary times. I was really hoping to save that Hail Mary. Oh, shit, wrong way. To the final floor. Like, I feel like the Hail Mary's actually gonna be really useful on this floor more than any of the other floors. Because you can then, like, commit to one of those really risky jumps and it will have a massive payoff on this floor. Right, these are the 3 fires of doom. Bang, bang, bang. Not sure if this is fast enough. There was a few hesitations and then a couple of actually completely wrong jumps. 155.24. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Okay, we did it. Sweet. I'm not happy with this run, though. I'm really not happy with it. I'm really ecstatic that I beat the dev. It took probably way more attempts than I expected. I expected it to take around 20 attempts, 25, to be honest, because of how quickly I got it the last time. But maybe I was just a little bit lucky on the last time. Some of the people in my Discord are much faster on this level. There's some people that are like in the 130, like late 130s. Definitely not going to be challenging for that kind of time. I would be quite happy with like a... I'd be happy with like a 150. I'm not going for a 150. I'm just going for just like a single improvement. So even if I just beat myself by a second and get to like a 154, that's fine as well. But like in an ideal world, I believe that I could be capable of like around a 150 time. There's quite a lot of luck involved in this level though. Native Fortress is a bit of an interesting level on the original as well. It's one of the few levels where the cycle for the level begins as soon as you turn on the game. There's a couple of levels like it, but this is like, I think it's the first level that you come across in Crash 1 Original, where as soon as you boot up the game, the cycle is already going. I'm not sure if it keeps going through loading screens. You'd have to ask an actual expert for that information. Nice, we've kept our buddy. Literally just thinking, what if I lose my Aki-Baki to the turtle? So I'm saving it for a potential, like, Hail Mary on a fire cycle. Definitely not that fire cycle. That would have been a shit one to lose it on. Oh man, I ended up not using it. That's actually really sad. Guess that is something that can happen with a Hail Mary, is you might not end up actually using the Hail Mary unless you're outright going to take a risk, which I didn't. Still an improvement though, 153.19 even though I didn't use a Hail Mary. That just goes to show that I could potentially be getting a lower time. Like, if I'd have used that Hail Mary, that's another 2 seconds. I could have hit my 150 target. Interesting. Yes, sub 150. We'll take that, I think. So there you have it. I have a sub 150, nearly 10 seconds faster than the dev time. Beat Garland, beat all the other YouTubers that I wanted to beat. So we have done Island 1 in the Dev Relic Challenge. I'm not sure what levels I need to do next. Maybe Up the Creek is a Dev Relic I don't have, but yeah, that's all from me today. Thank you so much. Please consider subscribing and dropping a like. See you guys.